Yo, yo, yo.
Oh,
What
shoot,
up?
look at us. And then there were four.
I can't hear anybody.
Then there was
Don't,
4.
don't
It's
start.
four of us now.
It's four of us. Aren't y'all excited?
I can't hear
Are
anyone.
we starting
Y'all
with
can hear
technical
me?
Don't start
difficulties
this.
already?
This is what I be talking about.
You
I'm just
can't
gonna start.
hear.
We just had a whole.
Do you have headphones?
Get him, Beanie.
Do you
Beanie,
have,
nobody asked you. I see you talking crap. I can't even hear you, but I see you talking crap.
do you have headphones
already starting?
with that iPhone?
Here we go.
And
Here
then
we
he
go.
blacks out.
Y'all be patient with us. We love y'all. We really appreciate y'all
go.
tuning in with us today. Just be patient with us. Mr. Root got some
Y'all hear me?
technical issues going
Yeah,
on.
we can hear
Technical.
you.
We can hear
Yeah.
you. We can't see.
We can't see you, but we can hear you very well.
This is
Hey,
crazy.
hi Heather.
What up? What
Hi,
up?
Did
What
you
up?
Connie.
fire me again? See, that's what happens when you
It
fire.
looked like he fired himself. I'm just saying.
Here we go.
Looked like he fired himself. Hassan, Mr. Root. Is he whispering? Come on now.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, let's
well,
get it popping.
Sounds good. What's up, good people? Happy Thursday, y'all. Welcome to Root Access Live, the show where we get to the root of the stories. We have welcome the hottest entertainers, and we keep it all way 100 with y'all. We are your hosts. I'm Coco. Mr. Root is somewhere around here, and I got my
Oh,
brother
there he is.
Nate.
This
Appreciate
comment
y'all
took me away.
Appreciate y'all tapping in with us today. We want you to go ahead and hit that share button, like, and go on all our platforms. Invite your friends to join us right here, right now on Facebook Live and YouTube, because we got a good show for y'all tonight. Tonight's topics include the Cuomo brothers, Lebron James, Stacy Abrams. We're gonna talk about Virgil Abloh. And tonight, as you can see, we have everybody's favorite radio personality, the lady with her own dictionary, Miss
Really?
Edwina Beanie Stansberry.
Yay.
Welcome
Welcome
to
Access
Root
Live.
Access Live. Please
Hey.
help us welcome
The
Beanie.
Root Rundown Report.
This is Beanie of the Root Rundown Report. She is gracing the Root Access Live platform tonight. We appreciate you. Hi, Beanie. How are you?
Hey
What's up,
guys,
what's
I'm
up?
actually on with the little bearded preacher.
I'm
Here we go.
crying.
What?
I'm
Here we
crying.
go.
She's starting already.
Here we
But
go.
I'm excited.
in the beginning, at the intro, I said we were going to talk about Virgil Abloh. We're actually not going to talk about him. We're just going to send our condolences to his family and make sure that his soul rests in peace. So condolences to his family.
Absolutely. Well, they did do a fashion show, and I do want to say this.
Well, let's tell them who Virgil is first.
Well, Virgil Abloh, he's an amazing designer. He was the founder of Off-White, which, if anybody's a sneakerhead like I am, or even clothing, they had really, really innovative clothing. Then he was a creative director at Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
So all of the new Louis Vuitton pieces that you saw, a lot of people thought it was Dapper Dan. No, that was Virgil Abloh. 41 years old, born and raised in Chicago, but his family is from Ghana in West Africa. Just revolutionized fashion, the fashion industry. He's very, he and Kanye West collaborated often. I was telling Beanie yesterday, he also designed a lot of album covers for like the biggest rappers. He did the album cover for Watch the Throne with Jay-Z and Kanye, that gold.
Really?
Yeah. Big Sean, he did his album. He designed his album. A lot of Kanye West's clothing, like so on and so forth. And just like
Chadwick Boseman, I bet you're going to say.
I
knew it.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
You hear, Coco.
About time.
He had a private.
We're not doing that. We not doing
Beanie
that.
started it with this little.
We on a serious moment right here, and the little bearded preacher is starting.
You can't even get it out.
I
I'm on one. Let's rock.
The little bit.
Oh, look, he on one. Let's rock. Let me sit up.
You said you got your back up tonight, so you got your back up.
Right.
Me and Root, we on one.
And she got it, and we're here.
Coco is very
Now.
nice. She got a little reinforcement, but please, that ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
Okay.
No thing
I'm
but
glad.
a-
I'm
All
glad.
right.
All right.
But like I was saying, much like Chadwick Boseman, he had a private battle. I mean, a private battle with cancer. Like nobody knew, none of his colleagues, maybe those closest to him, but it wasn't something that was, in the media, and he just went quietly. And man, when I hear stories like this, man, you talking about strength, because he still did his thing. He still worked till the end. The fashion show was amazing, and he helped put that together. So up until his final days, man, he was working. So just like Coco said, rest in peace to him. Shout out to his family, condolences to his family. I believe he has 2 kids. And, yeah, he'll be missed, but trust me, his work will live on forever.
Yeah, that makes me count my blessings. I'm telling you, 41 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not. According to Vinny, I'm 45 or 46, but
See,
I'm not
Cole,
even
you
40
messing
yet.
up, Cole. You messing up.
I'm not even 40 yet.
And Vinny gonna come to our side.
No, she not.
Messing up, Cole.
But I was just telling them. But anyway, that makes you count your blessings. He's a
It
very young person, and I'm sad that he suffered in silence, with that battle. But again, God rest his soul and condolences to his family. Let's get into it.
But wait
Your
a
boy,
minute.
Lebron.
Before we do that, I do want to say he didn't really suffer in silence. He just kept it away from us,
The public.
which I think sometimes is the best. Like when you just keep things away from the public, you can deal with it a lot better.
That's true.
Right.
I'm grateful that, the people that was around him knew how to shut up.
Right.
Because that's the
right.
problem.
Yeah.
So the people that was around him knew how to just shut up and let the man do what he needed to do with just his friends and his close loved ones, and it not be all over what is that? Eyewitness News and the tabloid. Yeah.
No, but you know what, right? Vinny, you did make a good point, because if had the public known, we would have been treating him different and all and coddling, and yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right on that one.
Truthfully, most of the time you don't want that, right? You
don't want that.
because you kind of feel like people are giving you like a sympathy or a pity party.
Right.
And realistically, for those who have survived cancer and beat cancer, one of the number one reasons that they say that they survived it was because they kept such positive energy around them.
That's right.
And what that means is they got to close off all of the individuals who may not respond in a positive light. And I think that, we weren't going to talk about this, but this is just a great segue. But I think that it's just important. Like, that's a life lesson. Like, keep negativity away. And sometimes that negativity means you got to keep some close people away too.
Right.
But that's just real life. But his impact, like, even though the general public didn't know, when the news got out that he passed away, that's all I saw on my social media. Everybody was posting about how influential this person was in their lives.
Absolutely.
It was all over Instagram. It was all over my Facebook. It was everywhere. Like, our culture stopped.
Yeah.
And paid their respects to this man. And I just wanted to make sure that did not go unnoticed.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's right. But those that don't know, I can't about that.
Like, he's so churchy. You be like, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You be like, amen.
God is good, ain't he?
God
look at God. Look at God.
Amen.
Anyway, no, for real. No, let's keep it moving though. LeBron James, though, I feel really bad for him. I don't know if you all have noticed or read the news, but
did you just laugh?
What are y'all laughing at?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're talking about little Braun. Go ahead.
Little Braun, little bitty preacher.
One in the same.
Root.
I'm sorry. I'm on.
That's your last one, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
No, that's your last one.
Your last one.
But anyway, y'all, LeBron James.
I'm sorry, bro.
Jinx's favorite person to talk about in the entire world, next to his father, I believe, and probably Tahara. But LeBron James is high on his list. Sadly, LeBron contracted COVID-19 after being fully vaccinated and was
So
not able to
Beanie,
play.
COVID.
COVID? That's a
Beanie
new
See
one.
what I mean?
No.
You see
Beanie
what I
will
mean?
match his positive.
Allow me to interrupt this whole segment before it goes too left because there is breaking news regarding the GOAT. Now, I'm not talking about your boy Jordan. I'm talking about the GOAT. He is now out of the COVID protocol and is expected to suit up tomorrow night against the Clippers due to a series of negative tests over the past 3 days. So, boom.
Give it
No
up
more
for the
sad
Billy
news.
Goat.
There we go.
Yeah.
No more
Won't
sad
he
news.
do it?
The GOAT about
Won't
to
he
be back
do
on the
it?
court.
Won't he do it?
Give
For
it up
all
for
you to
little
witness
Billy Goat.
greatness.
Little Billy Goat. Yes.
I'm
Very proud of
crying.
you.
Come on,
But
Billy.
no, I was really sad to hear it. And you know what?
No, you
There's
weren't.
this big thing about people being fully vaccinated and discouraging folks who are not vaccinated to get vaccinated because people who are fully vaccinated are still catching COVID. So that I was a little disturbed by that.
Well, let's put a pause on
Vaccinated
that.
is a less of a risk for you
Right.
to get COVID.
You're
They
not
said
going to not catch it. It doesn't give you immunity from catching it.
It does
It
not.
just stops it from mutating in your body. It stops
or
it
There you
maybe
go.
from
prevents
growing.
hospitalization.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I'll be on the record. It's not a secret for me. I'm vaccinated, right?
Me too.
And I'm fully vaccinated, right? So, I was a little skeptical at first in regards to what this was, but I think that, and don't get me wrong, this is not trying to convince anyone to do anything. It's your body. If you're vaccinated, great. If you're not, great. Whatever. Thank you. I love this comment. It does not give you superpowers, right?
No,
It
it doesn't,
doesn't.
Laquana.
It
It
really
doesn't.
does.
It doesn't. Great comment, right?
Don't roll your eyes. My sister's rolling her eyes.
It's
Don't
true
roll your
though.
eyes.
It
She
doesn't.
and I had this conversation today.
Yeah,
I might would say.
Here's the reality.
You
though.
are.
Here's the reality. Both. Well, I don't know Faye, so I won't speak to Faye's situation. But Coco, we've been getting vaccinated from the time that we were born. So the
Did I
reality.
not have this conversation with you?
Okay.
The reality is we all have been vaccinated because we all had our tetanus shots. So regardless of whether or not you agree with vaccination, there's a vaccination that's in your body that has been suggested to be renewed every 10 years. And when you go to the hospital for anything, the first thing they ask you when they're doing that about your vaccines is your tetanus shot up to date.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because if it's not, they're going to offer you that tetanus shot. And that's something that you had from the time that you were born. So I get it. You don't want the vaccination because you don't know enough about it. I get it. But that vaccine piece has been around since we came to the earth and before. When we all had the measles, or not the measles, we all had the tetanus shot.
Preach, preacher.
Definitely.
What gets me is people that's in the military. You have to have a series of shots before you
can go to
even
other countries.
deploy and
Yes.
go in. So now all of a sudden
That's
you
what I don't
want to.
understand.
I don't get it, because in order for you to get paid and do anything, you have to have a certain amount of vaccines. My ex-husband was in the Navy, and trust me, they shot him up like crazy every time they deployed and every time they came back. So I don't understand why the military is having a fit about something you're already doing.
Well, let me just say this. I am not, and I'm not afraid to say it. Like you said, it's a personal choice. I am not vaccinated. However, I am and have been thinking about it, and it's getting closer to me getting the vaccination. And I'm gonna tell you why. In the line of work that we do with radio, I feel like it's not over. We're over it, but it's not over. And people want to get back to doing their music and doing their concerts and gathering. And I, for one, don't want to miss out on none of my colleagues, big events or whatever, what have you. And I also I've had COVID and I wasn't bad off, but I do believe that if I catch it again, God willing, I don't, or God, please don't let me catch it again, that I probably will be bad off, especially with these new strains. Like the Omicron has reached California as of yesterday. And I believe we have a case in Minnesota. Okay, I thought it was Oklahoma or something like that. But And kudos to, this is a little off, but kudos to everybody who went to Zach Williams' live recording. We were instructed to keep our mask on the whole time, and we did just that. I was so proud of our people, because it's really, really scary. You don't know it, you can't see it, you don't know if you're touching it. It could be a doorknob or whatever. You just don't know. So I'm moving closer towards getting the vaccine. And not only that, I've been asked to participate on, campaigns because of what I do. And people have been requesting me. So, and thinking that I have a little influence. I don't think I have that much influence, but I think I could help, us get over that curve, by doing so. And again, I was on a live last night and they were having a COVID conversation, and I made a few comments, and I got another few offers at my full-time job to do some work and campaign work for that. So looks like I may be becoming an advocate for the vaccination. So I'm leaning towards it, y'all. I'm not rushing to get it, but it's definitely becoming forefront to my brain and thinking about it. So, but I do get tested every week. I do get tested weekly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Well, we have to, with our job. So anyway, and like I said, with that being said, this new strand, we were going to talk about that. The Omicron strand has reached California from South Africa, correct? And I didn't know how it got here, but the person who went to California had just come from South Africa. Did they come here?
Yeah. She was coming home.
Was she asymptomatic? Like, I don't. Like, how,
so
how
basically,
do we?
They're saying 3 states in the U.S. actually have identified new cases of this Omicron variant, which is a variant of the coronavirus. Today, health officials from Minnesota, Colorado, and California announced one case of this new highly mutated variant. One day after the Center for Disease Control and Prevention reported the first individual detected with Omicron in California. This is basically taking me back to, March of 2020, where we saw it in real time, Coco. We were at the Kiara event.
We were at the Amazon factory.
The Amazon event, and then later that day, or I think the next day, you say, cases here. It was just like one by one, boom, 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 boom. And then, a month later, worldwide, pandemic.
I think the actual date we went was March 10th, because I remember saying it. It was either March 9th or March 10th. And on March 17th was our last day of work.
Exactly. So again, we can't take these things lightly. All 3 cases have mild symptoms and they're recovering, health officials say, but still, man, we cannot take this lightly. I was on the fence of even getting the booster shot, but listen, man, I'm going to a double funeral in the morning. Double funeral of a father and a daughter who died a week apart. Died a week apart from coronavirus. Okay.
Wow.
Never in my life have I been to a double funeral.
So it's very serious. And I was trying to find it on my phone, and I was able to find it. I was looking at when this the first case hit in California, right? And so Dr. Anthony Fauci, he had a press conference regarding this individual, right? And it was a young lady who was traveling back to California from South Africa. And what he mentioned is that she had mild symptoms, right? But she was progressing day by day. She was fully vaccinated. And he attributed her mild symptoms to being fully vaccinated. He also said that she was quarantined, and everyone that she was in contact with was also quarantined. And at the time, there were no further cases or no further reports of those that she was in close contact with contracting the virus. So I said all that to say that I wonder, number one, if that report was true, right? Because we know how the media can kind of spin some stuff, right? To push the vaccination, right? We know that, right? But if in fact that report is true, that she is mild, she's dealing with mild symptoms due to the vaccine, that would then support the possibility of the vaccine working. And I think that there are people who have been on record for getting the vaccine, contracting the virus, and they talk about how either they're asymptomatic or they only had symptoms for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
I had COVID I had COVID last November, and I was down for a total of 16 days.
Wow.
I was down
That's
for
when I had it.
So
I had it late November. Yes.
Yeah. So if there's anything that's going to keep me from being down 16 days again, I was with it.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely did not enjoy being in my room by myself on Thanksgiving Day, eating alone, nor the rest of those days by myself alone. It's just not a good feeling.
Yeah.
And the booster shot is very helpful, especially for those like myself. So I know that I have too many underlying issues, and it's not as a joke, but in seriousness, Hassan or Mr. Rudo always say to me, "You are nothing but alien," because my doctors don't know what's wrong.
They never know what's going on with her.
Right.
Never. They don't know why I have signs and symptoms of lupus. They don't know why my white blood cells they triple my red, which means my body is constantly fighting because my white blood cells triple my red. Wow. And I have a low blood count. So go figure all of that on top of high inflammation, and I have arthritis everywhere.
Vinny,
so,
I love you.
I love you too. But you know what? It's the grace of God. I know I'm churchy, but I don't look like what I've been through. So that's why I got the booster shot. And that's exactly it.
And she comes in with a smile every day.
Every day.
The booster shot because I needed that. And they have too many unknowns. So for everyone out there, if you're wavering, I'm just telling you, do your conscience. I know when we ran the campaign, I love the fact that Hassan, we teased him, but he said he got the vaccine because he was tired of friends and families of friends dying. And we was like, that was so cut. But I didn't change it because I wanted that harshness of them saying it just like that. We're not making the death pretty. They're dying. You're about to go to a double funeral. And I am praying for the rest of that family.
Right, absolutely.
And the fact that you got it, not just that it's your old church family. I'm praying for them because that's a lot to deal with. A double funeral.
That is a lot.
Yeah. Even we got to pray for Bishop Walker, like as a pastor, to have to
eulogize
eulogize two.
Like you're eulogizing two people at the same time, so it's double.
That's
right.
Oh my God,
ridiculous.
That's heavy. That's heavy. I can't imagine.
From the same family.
Yeah.
So
one week apart.
That's a lot of grieving.
That's a lot of grief for a whole lot of people. And I remember Hassan sitting in a room, and I went to go say something, but I could see it in his face. And I said, Haas, what's wrong? He said, Vinny, I just need a minute, because that's when he told me the daughter died. And I was like, oh, Haas. So I just closed the door and I allowed, not allowed, but I left him alone because I understand that's trauma. You already dealing with one, and now you're dealing with another one, and you were close to both of them.
Right.
So I just want everybody to think of, work your conscience. And I know people don't like to be told what to do. So I'm not telling you like we didn't bash Coco, right? We just said how we felt. We allowed her to say how she felt. And then that was that. She allowed us to talk to her. So I'm just saying, vote your conscience, think about it, and look at these cases that are real.
Yeah. That's all. And it's also an outbreak in Mercer County again. Our numbers are spiking. Yeah.
Oh, our numbers went way up.
Our numbers went back up. And the holiday season is past. Black Friday, folks were gathered. We gathered with our families, on Thanksgiving Day. So we just have to be careful. And if you don't want to get vaccinated, it's fine with me. I mean, I am definitely not one of those who are going to push you. I believe it's a personal choice.
It
y'all can say
is.
You eat McDonald's, you do this, you do that.
The thing is,
just let me take my time and do it.
That's it.
Like you said, we're moving on. We're moving on, but it's still here.
Right.
And it's going to be here. This is going to be here for years.
We're over it, but it's not over.
Oh, we're not
going to
over.
be here for years with these new variants. This
we're not.
Coronavirus is going to be here for years. You know why? Because, again, like the thing about it, we were so impressed at Zach's recording. Everybody had on a mask. Because other places you go, I went to a Mary J. Blige concert at the Barclays Center. It looked like me and Kim was the only one with mask on.
For real.
I'm like, okay, so people are really just like
comfortable,
letting their guard. Yeah, everybody's getting comfortable, and you cannot get comfortable because that's the thing. If you're not gonna get vaccinated, the least you can do is continue to wear your mask, vaccinated or not. I'm fully vaccinated as well, but when I'm in a public setting, I'm putting the mask on. Like it doesn't hurt me to do it. Sometimes we'll go to Sam's Club or whatever. I'm putting stuff in the car, still with the mask on, forgetting because now it's like a way of life. I'm like, all these kids, these little kids that are being born during this time, it's gonna be funny for them to see people without masks because this is the world that they're born into.
It's
like
become an accessory
that are born into this. You know what I'm saying? So they see people with masks on. That's gonna be like everyday life for them. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's an accessory. Hat, coat, keys, mask.
Yep.
Pocketbook, mask, keys, it's an accessory. It's what you need. But enough about COVID. Like Vinny said, use discernment. Do what you do. Make sure it's a personal choice, and the mask is for your protection. So let's just leave it at that. Continue to wash your hands and be cleansed and be mindful of what's going on around you. That's all. We're just here to create awareness. But
I'm happy little Braun is going back to play. Okay. Yes. Good job for little Braun. And when we talk about the GOAT, I couldn't wait to get on here to tell you this. Who has more steals in their career? Little Braun or Big Michael? Oh, I think it's Big Michael. Who has more turnovers between little Braun and Big Michael?
Talk that talk, Bean. Talk that talk.
I'm just saying. These are real stories here. Like they're facts that you can Google. Oh, little Braun do have more rebounds, but he's staying 20 feet tall. He ought to. And he do have more assists. So that's okay because, he needs to know how to pass the ball because he doesn't shoot as well as Big Mike. I'm just saying, I'm glad to be here, little bit.
I am so enjoying the view from.
I love it.
Are you done?
Kim, that's what I'm here dying. I'm crying.
Because I've been waiting to talk to you. I really have. But kudos to little Braun. We so proud he's going back. And I hope he wear his big. Soon he'll be a teenager.
Right, because he always crying.
I'm just saying. It
ain't no tear. It's just water, but I'm going to sip some.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm sure.
Okay. Well, since we have to go here tonight, let's just go.
We went there. Let's go there.
So, that's a great analogy. I mean, it's stats, numbers never lie, right? Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, so, Hassan tell that of me all the time.
I mean,
Beanie numbers don't lie.
I was waiting to see if you were going to say it because I was going to have to call you out on it because one thing you can't do is talk about points because even though LeBron doesn't shoot as well as MJ, but he has more points than MJ. Wow.
He's been in the league longer.
Oh
my God.
Oh, that just means he can still ball. I didn't interrupt you, so let's not be rude tonight. That just means that he can still ball at the age when MJ had to go play golf, failing at golf, failing at baseball, trying to come back for the Wizards, coming off the bench because he was a bum. So at the end of the day, you just want to talk about longevity of a career? Yeah, LeBron can still be an enforcer. He's still like the best in the league in year 19. So we can say what you want to say about rebounds. Okay, rebounds. What'd you say? Steals. Mike got more steals. Great, because Mike was predominantly defending the 2 guard. The 2 guard has the ball more than the 3 and the 4. So LeBron won't be guarding that. So we're going to talk stats. We have to talk about the reality of the stat. So yes, I expect Michael Jordan to have more steals because Michael Jordan was 6'6" and LeBron is 6'8". So Michael Jordan was more of a perimeter defender. So yes, the ball handling, the person who LeBron is guarding, it doesn't have that responsibility. But the person who Michael's guarding definitely has that responsibility. That's one. So when you want to talk about LeBron being a giant, you can't blame him because he's a freak of nature at 6'8", 260, and little Mikey was a twig. You can't blame him
little
for that.
Mikey.
You can't blame him for that. So I'll give you what you understand what I'm saying, bro. This ain't.
I don't even know Fred
LeBron.
Like this is not even
all of that.
Like I hold my own against all y'all because I know this thing. It's not even a thing.
LeBron, just like his sneakers will always be second to Michael Jordan. That's just what it is.
That's fine.
And Michael take care of the ball.
You can do a poll in each generation. And they will say the same thing, even in your generation. But you're a generation behind.
But Root, that's a great point. But you can't take away what I just said. Like
you can't.
We never take away what you said. We just want you to know.
All jokes aside, though, at the end of the day, my only issue with like people who on either side, people who like LeBron think he's the GOAT, or people who like MJ think he's the GOAT. My only thing is when you start talking about the other one being garbage. Like no way, shape, or form is either one of them trash. Of course, you're going to shoot shots and you're going to joke, but at the end of the day, both of them are on Mount Rushmore. So
absolutely,
not, he's definitely not garbage.
Position,
but
and we joke about this stuff, but it's really subjective.
It really is.
It's really subjective. And
both Tanya, I love you. You sang so beautifully at your husband's recording, but he's little Mikey tonight.
But we always when you lose an argument and then we can move on. You know how when you lose, you always want to diplomatically say things. So he diplomatically say that the other one can't be garbage.
So we can all agree to disagree.
All right. What y'all not gonna do though? Like y'all not gonna get on my boy like this.
We got it. Yeah,
I see what you're trying to do with the Michael Jordan. You're trying to turn me against him.
Beanie.
That's not gonna happen.
But what was cute, you know what was cute? What was cute is that I know Vinny, when we went off from our pre-show meeting, she had to go back to Google and make sure that her stats were right because
boo boo.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I know what that was.
I was going to give them to you in my screenshot.
You screenshotted
them a while ago.
Let me say this real quick.
You had to go to Google to do it. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not real. I know this stuff.
Let me tell you something, Jinx. When I went to the studio today, Hassan didn't have that hat on. And guess what he said? Oh, it's just a troll, Jinx. So that little thing that he just did to Vinny, that was super fake. That was super fake where he just said, oh, y'all not going to do my boy like that. He said that behind your back earlier, though.
Hey,
but did I wear that?
Standing on my own 2 feet for a while. It's nothing different tonight.
You know what? I want to move on to the Cuomo brothers. However, I do like the fact that you acknowledge that Michael Jordan was a great athlete. In fact, you mentioned that he was a triathlete, so he's great. But anyway, we're going to move
golf or baseball. Don't do that.
Ooh.
Better than most of them. He was better than you and I in baseball.
Yes, he was.
We're not professionals.
He got his foot, but he was a professional baseball player, bro.
That doesn't say much.
I'm just saying, he played the sport. And once he got his footing, he was good. He decided to come back and get those 3 extra rings.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Once he got his footing, he did well. But he had
the
Cuomo brothers.
The CNN indefinitely suspended anchor Chris Cuomo on Tuesday after details emerged about how he helped his brother, former New York governor, y'all boy, Andrew Cuomo, to face charges of sexual harassment earlier this year.
Their boy.
What?
Wrong.
What's wrong?
No, that's wrong that they suspended him.
Oh, well, yeah, it is wrong that they suspended him. But if you were a lawyer and your brother was in trouble, you would definitely try to help him.
What do they expect him to do?
Like, seriously.
You think I'm going to just sit back and have the power to advise him and not advise him? Like what?
Right.
Where is the conflict of interest in my contract that says I can't advise my brother or any of my family members if they get into a legal situation? I'm a lawyer first. I do the CNN commentary, but I'm a lawyer first. And what CNN rules did he break? Thank you, Sister Gott, for saying that. But But what rules did he break? And that's my question, right? So I'm ignorant to his contract with CNN. Okay, so if in his contract it says that he can't provide anyone legal advice, then okay, he broke his contract. I'm ignorant to what his contract stated. But come on, like
even if that's the case, how did they find out?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like,
there was a leak. It wasn't directly to his brother. It was like his brother's assistant, where he was giving and getting information to, and then they found out, or CNN found out that this was happening, which they considered it a conflict of interest because CNN, that's what they deliver. They deliver political news.
Pick me. Go
ahead.
Is still.
It was text messages, right?
Text messages.
Valerie said that there were text messages. Now that's interesting.
That is correct.
But
still, this is Hillary all over again. This is Hillary all over.
This is what I'm afraid of, and I text this to Root after we talked about it. You remember 45 is supposed to, New York was supposed to go after 45. And Cuomo was like, I don't care what's going on, we're going to do it. Have we heard anything about it since he's been out of office? If they do not go after him and indict him, what will happen is he can now run again. So people all of a sudden start leaking. Now you're not hearing anything about him being indicted because I believe, and I don't know, but the governor in New York is not pushing as hard as Cuomo was. And so therefore, y'all in New York, you got to stay away. But it's the country. We really need to stay away. This man has too much backing, too much support. And as much as we don't want to admit it, there's too many white ring. What is that? How do you say that?
I'm getting my book ready.
Right wing.
It's too many of them. Boom.
Say it again. Say it again, Beanie.
It's too many of them. How about that?
Don't do it. Not tonight, Root. Not tonight.
It's too many of them that's actually going to support his dumbness no matter what. So they will make sure that things like the Cuomo boys be taken down. Because you haven't heard anything about it since he's been not the governor. And he was determined he was going to do it. So if I say it all the time, vote. Y'all think that our votes are not important? This vote coming up this year is the biggest. It's bigger than being a president because now you're voting people in places that's going to make decisions.
Absolutely.
And if the wrong decisions are made, you could be looking at 45 again. And he has too many people supporting him. It can happen.
And I love how you explain politics on the Root Rundown. But yes, these local elections are very important. The local elections are the local elected officials are the people who talk to the people in the seats that we need to get to in order to get results. So that is correct. These elections are important. I can't stand it. Hurts my ears. It makes my head hurt when people say my vote don't count. Please don't say that. I can't stand it.
Yeah. New Jersey was in. They said, "Oh, that was a close race." Here's the problem: there were a nice amount of turnout, but less Democrats went out to vote because they fell into the trap. My vote don't count. They fell into the trap. He's going to take our job away because he's going to make us get vaccinated.
Right.
And I'll use the police. The first thing that most Republican governors cut is the inner city police budget.
Yep.
So if you don't get vaccinated and you're with somebody that's going to give you money, it would make sense to get vaccinated. But if you don't, and you feel like, okay, this person's not going to make us get vaccinated, they're not going to make us wear a mask, they're not going to give you the money to keep you anyway. So you're gone. That's just my quick way to break that down. Pay attention, stay awake. We need to stay awake in New York. Y'all really need to stay awake in New York and find out what's going on. Because if they don't bring Trump up and they allow enough time to pass, you will see him on the ballot.
For more information from Beanie, contact her at Beanie, www.beanie@politics.com.
Seriously.
No, I really
That's the
do
only
love
time I don't get in her way.
Right, I noticed that, but yeah, that's what it is. So I don't know. I can say that Chris Cuomo did acknowledge talking to his brother and offering advice when the governor faced the charges, but I don't know any sibling who has legal advice that wouldn't offer it to their sibling. I don't know if they don't believe in my brother's keeper or family first, but I guess that is what it is, and we will have to. Brother. Yeah, we're just gonna have to figure this thing out at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can say. But well, I guess while we on politics, we might as well stand up, everybody, and clap, because Miss Stacy Abrams is running for governor again in the state of Georgia. I am extremely excited about that. I solely support her. Oh my God, I love her. She's very good, and he's just. I'm looking forward to this.
I think she'll win this time.
This race here. I'm sorry.
It's time to make it
win this time. I think she'll win this time because not only was she so close last time, and a lot of people believe that she won. Mm-hmm. What's different now is she's had more time to build up her grassroots supporters.
Amen.
Right. So she's had more time to build, because remember, she was very influential in the Senate race in
turning Georgia
from red to blue.
Didn't she flip that thing?
So she was really considered to be the leader of that movement during that time when Reverend Warnock was in the runnings, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that now more people know who she is, more people understand her views, and more people have an understanding that, look, she's really for the people. And I just believe, I just believe that this time around, she's gonna win this thing. I just really do.
And she flipped a lot of white people.
She really did.
She flipped a whole lot of white people. She let them know that it's not about your color. It's really about me wanting to take care of the people that need it the most.
Yep.
So that's the big thing. And inclusion is what she needs, especially there. So she flipped a lot of white people. She let them understand that you are more than a number. She let the lower people understand, I'm going to fight for the things that you need.
Right.
And that right there was key. But I just believe everything's in God's timing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just like Jinx said, she had time to build a rapport with her people.
And she built her base even larger now. Her base is
that's the thing. Because now, like Beanie said, she flipped Caucasian folks.
Yeah. And let's be clear, without Stacey Abrams, Georgia would not have got flipped.
Georgia would not.
Absolutely
No.
A lot of red
states.
Like,
and that's why the Republicans were coming at her so hard.
Yeah.
So I think this is her time. Like Beanie said, it's all about God's timing and the way she built up her base now. I think it'll be a landslide because people are going to come out. But don't be swayed, because I know there's a lot of laws now in Georgia about standing in line, about giving people food and
water.
You see the stuff that they're trying to do, but do not be swayed, man.
Voter suppression.
You guys fought last year and fight again. This is gonna be good.
Absolutely, and I'm definitely going to donate to her campaign. I can definitely tell y'all that. From the state of New Jersey, she will be getting my dollars.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't say what I'm going to do only because of my position at the station. So I can't say.
We'll
just know that I'm very proud of her.
Absolutely.
Let's leave that there. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we might as well stay on. Did y'all hear Dr. Oz? the celebrity heart surgeon was running for Senate in Pennsylvania? Y'all heard about that?
Yeah.
I mean, Donald Trump became president.
I was
okay. All right.
I mean,
Right.
If Kermit the
Say
Frog
no
runs,
more. Say no
I'm
more.
not gonna be surprised.
The crazy part about it is I think this dude's actually gonna win.
And he probably will.
Like,
but is he going to win because of popularity, or is he going to win because he's doing the right thing for the people?
Doesn't matter.
But Coco, what you just said is why every person wins. It's a popularity contest, no matter what side you're on. That's the reason why they campaign so hard, and they want to go talk to people who don't know them, and they want to get around individuals who wouldn't normally vote for them, because it's about who's popular. Don't nobody care
and
about
who has the money,
who has the bread. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Like at the end of the day, most politicians are going to tell you whatever you want to hear to tickle your fancy. They're going to get in the office like Joe Biden and not do what he said he was going to do. Yes, I did. I called him out because he's not.
You should.
I'm not telling you
what we need to do.
He's not doing what he said he was going to do, and that's that. It's just what it is. So it becomes a popularity contest. And in situations like this, when you have individuals who the state doesn't really like, this is easier because now he can segue his popularity from the TV show. I'm Dr. Oz. You know what I'm saying? So I expect him, if he doesn't win, I will be very surprised.
Me too.
Well, Ephraim is saying that John Fetterman will win.
Thank you, Grandma. I was thinking the same thing. Just stay in your lane. If you're a heart surgeon, you do television, keep it at that. Yeah, thank you. Because that's exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was
y'all forgot he was a whole actor.
He was an actor, Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, but then that reminds me of I can't even think of the heart surgeon who was doing HMFA for
you're talking about Ben Hudson.
You're talking about Ben Carson.
Ben Carson. Like, stay in your lane. Like, you don't know nothing about housing. Like, come on. Like, I just be too through with people. But like you said, Donald Trump ran for president. Anything's possible. Anything.
And won. He won.
Right, he won. Follow your dreams, folks. Do what makes you happy.
So I heard someone say, and I see a couple people are saying that Fetterman's going to win, and I know that he's a lieutenant governor in PA. If I think that's what you hope. I think you hope Fetterman wins, but I think it would be a shame, or I think it would be a little bit of a bad decision to count Dr. Oz out as if he won't make a run, right? Mm-hmm. Because like Root said, Donald Trump became president with no political experience. Voting is not about zero. It's sad, but voting is no longer about policies and what you're going to do. I'll say it again. It's about popularity. Oh, I like Dr. Oz. I don't care what he stands for. I'm gonna vote because I like Dr. Oz. That's
about that bag.
Well,
that's what it becomes.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Oz is a Republican, so I don't know if that matters to you all. It doesn't matter to me much.
And I
don't live in the state of Pennsylvania.
I'm telling you, in the state of Pennsylvania, stop sleeping and don't not vote.
That's what I'm saying.
If you don't want that there, stop sleeping.
Yeah.
Stop saying he's not or he will. Make sure he
doesn't.
He don't.
And that's how we do this. The only way you're going to really stand up for what you want is going out to vote. And I said it again, in New Jersey, it was too close because too many registered Democrats listened to the okie doke. You know how Ronald Reagan won? Because he went to a lot of pastors and talked about gay marriages. He talked about not liking gay marriages. He talked about not accepting them. He talked about them not being parents. So a lot
Ronald Reagan or Donald Trump, Vinny?
Donald Trump. Donald Trump won. Did I say Ronald Reagan?
Sure. You did. Yeah.
Oh no, Donald.
And I was
Trump
like,
won.
back then he was talking about gay marriage.
No, that's how Donald Trump won. Because a lot of Black pastors said, I'm voting for him because he believes in same sex, don't believe in same-sex marriage. He don't believe they should be parents. He's coming down on the gays as if being gay is the only thing we could talk about. Liars. You could talk about people that overeat. You could talk about backstabbing, conniving people. What? But yet and still they take a hold to that, and that's that.
Republicans vote policy, Democrats vote on emotion.
We do.
I never heard truer words come out of your mouth.
That was good.
That was good. That was really good.
Ephraim, and we'll move after this because we got a couple more topics and we're pushing the 8 o'clock hour. But I think what Ephraim said is so true. He said Donald Trump spoke to the anger and resentment of white America.
Yeah. He brought it out.
But conversely, Joe Biden spoke to the anger and resentment of Black America.
That's right.
So they both won doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. So true. If you don't want them to win in Pennsylvania, get out and vote. All right.
Well, I know y'all were probably wondering why I held up the notebook, but it's upside down because when you were talking about how the pastor, Donald Trump got some of the pastor's votes, and then he went and did the photo op with the Bible upside down. I just I just was like, but like Jinx said, we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about Miss Jackie Avant. Condolences to that family as well. She was murdered by a robbery and shot and killed. I didn't understand that, but her murderer was caught within 1 hour. And if you don't know, she is the wife of Clarence Avant. Man, it is just so much going on in the world. We got to get on a lighter note. So y'all go ahead and say what y'all. I need to bring this thing up a little bit.
This is crazy, man. This happened in Beverly Hills. Yesterday it was reported that Jacqueline Avant, wife of legendary music executive Clarence Avant, who I just literally watched 2 weeks ago get his award. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He also has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This is the Black Godfather. He's the godfather of music. Like he's like the Olivia Pope, if you will, of music. He's highly respected. He's 90 years old. His wife is 81. They are in the sunset of their years. You know, typically when you think of someone in their 80s, you're thinking if they die, it's from sickness or disease.
Right.
And that's hard enough. That's hard enough, right? But to get murdered in your own home at the age of 81 by a stupid idiot who ended up who went in with a rifle and shot this woman, and then they caught him
1 hour
not too far. It was the next day, it seemed, because they caught him today. But I guess he ended up shooting himself in the foot. That's how they found him, because now he needs help. What an idiot. 29 years old.
Dummy.
For what?
Ariel Maynor.
What they say, the criminal mind is a stupid mind. And that is correct. And especially in this case right here.
Yeah, man. He already has a lengthy criminal past. According to the California Department of Corrections, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison for second-degree robbery in November of 2013. And he received a 1-year sentence for grand theft. And he was released to parole supervision in LA in March of 2018. And then on July 30th, he was back on parole supervision by August of 2018. So he's clearly a career criminal, right?
He like to take stuff that don't belong to him.
Yeah, he likes to take stuff that don't belong to him. But my thing is, if you're going to do that, go do it, take what you want, and leave. Even if you're going to tie the people up or something like that. But why do you have to kill people?
And honestly, what kind of fight can they give you?
81-year-old woman to you.
Right. What kind of fight can they give you at 90 and 81?
Yeah, 81 years old.
It's ridiculous, man.
That's a punk move right there. To even prey on an older couple like that. Yeah, that's just disgusting.
What'd you say, Vini?
They're saying he was alone.
I hope Big Braun is giddy. I want him to become yes. Yeah.
Take what belonged to him, right?
Because let's not forget, this is the Black Godfather's wife.
Don't drop the soap, young man.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna leave it there. But condolences out to the Avant family, the Avant family. What I didn't know was that Clarence Avant's daughter is married to the co-CEO of Netflix.
News to me.
That money's running long in that family.
Yeah, they good.
What?
That doesn't, but
okay,
but wait.
And they did have security. No, and when I'm not trying to
I didn't
what
want
happened.
okay,
I'm just throwing that in there. Thank you, James. No, I wasn't doing that. But when I was reading the story as well, what I didn't know is that they did have security, and security did try to stop the dude.
Didn't he shoot one of them?
Security got shot at, right? But the security did not shoot back.
What?
So I don't know what that's all about.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You talking about fire?
So they need to be fired.
Time out.
Yeah, this a whole.
I'm on record. Y'all know what I got in my house. You don't have to shoot at me, and I'm gonna shoot you if I see you pulling it out.
Hello.
I'm going
That's
to
what
shoot
the cops
you
do,
because
don't
you
they?
pulled
And
it
that's what
out.
the cops do.
And if you shoot at me and don't hit me, I scored a 94 on my marksman test, which means out of 100 shots, I only missed 6. So I'm going to get you. I'm gonna get you. So
you got to see what Valerie God is saying.
Is this that? Is this that?
Sound right to me.
Inside job. Because if I hired you to protect my life and someone's shooting, my life is in imminent danger.
Right, Curtis. Right.
My life
Curtis.
is in imminent danger.
Yeah, when I read that, I said, wait a minute, you got shot at, but didn't shoot back. Security. It's a job that went wrong. Trust me, I don't think this guy in his right mind meant to shoot this woman. I don't know if he got startled, but we're gonna get more information.
This sounds like a case that we probably gonna really have to follow.
Such an inside job.
Yeah, that.
Nah, we good.
All right, let's bring this thing up a little bit. Let's bring this thing up. How about
please?
Everybody stay on JC. No, for real. No, Kim, remember that time he almost cussed us out, Hassan? You are wrong. I forgot what we was talking about. He went off on us that night.
I don't remember that. No.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what showed it. I'm gonna go back and rewind. But no, let's bring this thing up just a little bit. The Masked Singer. That's become one of my favorite shows. I missed the last couple of episodes, and I heard last night that my girl got put off the skunk. Okay, let me tell y'all from the beginning.
You disgust me.
Yeah, me too.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yes.
Yo, I hate them. So
Kim, she thought the skunk was Tamar Braxton.
Let me tell
like you acting like Jenny. You acting like Jenny Wahlberg. Like
no. I'm not. No, seriously. All jokes aside, I thought that the skunk was Tamar Braxton. And let me tell you why.
Faith and Tamar. They don't sound nothing alike.
Make it make sense.
Someone let me talk.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. We got you back.
You better make sense when you talk, though, because if you don't, I'm coming for you.
Okay. no.
Thank you, Curtis.
You gonna come for me anyway, Jinx. That's just what we do. You knew from the beginning. I didn't. I honestly, I thought it was between her and Tamar Braxton. And the reason I thought that was because Toni Braxton was the blowfish. And in the clues, hold on.
I'm trying, Cole. I'm really trying, sweetheart. I'm gonna
put my feet up on the wall. You know what? I'm not explaining nothing to y'all. It is what it is. I ain't even telling y'all. Look,
I'm really confused. So because she was the blowfish, you thought her sister was the skunk? I didn't
say I was a fan. I said I do like the show. And I only became a fan because of Root and Beanie, and they were talking about on Root Access Live. I said,
you got this shovel out and you're digging yourself a deeper hole. At the end of the day, all you got to do is just say, you know what? I had a crazy thought and I was wrong. And everybody will forgive you because there is no explanation or justification on how you can mistake. And don't get me wrong, Tamar can sing, but that girl is not like nobody's faith ever.
I said in the beginning,
I don't care when you thought it.
Did you just cut like
why do you think that when you thought it matters?
What?
Why do you think that when you thought it matters? The fact that you thought it is the problem.
And I'm admitting that. I thought that and I felt
don't
so
say
bad.
That no more.
Whatever. Freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say anything I want.
Don't say that.
Moving on.
Like that little kid.
I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm turning my.
Wait,
You.
People's ears is off,
no,
man.
you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. We have a fan question. So Coco, I don't know if you watched the show, but who do you think the bull is? Because that is obvious one also. Coco's not going to talk about it no more, Curtis. Curtis, you tell us who you think the bull is. Because
Beanie, let Beanie tell us.
You know what? I don't know because I was a little confused.
We're not dragging her. We love her.
So
I wish I could make hand gestures on here, but that wouldn't be nice of me. If I could
at
make
first,
hand...
I thought it was Tyrese, but Tyrese can't dance, so I don't know. Because his last performance, he did a lot of dancing.
My mother-in-law got to go watch Annie.
Yeah, Annie is
Taraji P. Henson's in that.
Oh, is
and
she?
So is it's another little girl from
she always calling somebody
the
little.
Nickelodeon show,
Todrick Hall.
Tyler Perry.
Todrick Hall.
No,
that's a good guess.
Girl name?
All right, so he said Todrick Hall, and then Kim.
Oh, that's who he thinks the bull is.
The bull is, yeah. And Kim said that Tyrese was on last year, Beanie, so he probably wouldn't be on again.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know because they like to mix things up.
It's like when Gladys Knight was on there. I'm like, oh y'all judges, like, do y'all really?
No, bro. They
like, come on. Some people's voices are so distinct, and Jenny, she really began me. I'd be like, why is she on the show? Like, are they throwing this? Like, it sounds like. Aretha Franklin. I'd be like, Aretha Franklin is dead.
Well, she couldn't even get her own husband. Jenny,
well, I mean, oh yeah,
her husband was on there. She didn't know it was him.
No, she didn't know it was him.
Moving on.
All right, well, since we in the music area, we might as well just go ahead into this Billboard Top 10, and then we can probably call it quits after that, guys.
Yeah, so last week, man, Billboard, they dropped a list of their top 10 the new greatest of all time artists. Top 10. So, coming in at number 10, all right, I'm going to try to give y'all some hints.
This is top 10 artists, period.
Of all time?
Yeah.
All time.
Of all time, according to Billboard.
And then, and in the order that you're about to give them to, is this the order that they are rated, or
this is the order that Billboard, labeled them.
Okay,
because
so
he said
I'm gonna go from. I'm sorry,
I didn't hear that.
You said coming in at 10.
Yeah, coming in at number 10. I'm gonna go backwards.
Okay.
So this artist is the only artist on this list who came out in the 2000s.
Adele.
Nope. That's a good guess, though, Coco. What do you say, Beanie?
That's what I was going to say, Adele.
Yeah, I mean, who else has had a career that was like that since in the 2000s?
In the 2000s.
Is it that little girl, Ariana Grande?
No, another good guess, but no. So, all right. I'm gonna give you another hint. She has a lingerie line.
Wait, Nicki Minaj?
Rihanna.
That's what.
Rihanna.
Oh,
I like that. I like that so far.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rihanna came out in 2005.
She young.
So Rihanna's number 10.
Rihanna's number 10. Number 9 is somebody who is dearly departed, and she's from Jersey, and we miss her.
Whitney Houston.
There you go. Number 8 is somebody who's dearly departed, and I thought he would be way up on this list.
As long as you don't say Prince, I'm not going to
yes.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's number 8. Number 7 is, everybody should get this one. Number 7 is My First Wife.
Don't tell. Oh, see.
No, My First Wife, guys. Come on. Come on, guys.
Kim, why did I
It's not Janet, because Janet
can't
be higher than her brother.
Janet is higher than her brother.
Wait, Janet is higher than Michael Jackson?
Yes. Janet is higher than Michael Jackson.
Listen, she knew.
Right.
Number 6. This person, he is a musical genius. And let's
Jack
see.
Williams.
No, not that. He's a musical genius, and y'all probably wouldn't know that, but I worked with his son-in-law before.
You just
And
name drop like no
he
other.
gave
Go
us
ahead.
he gave us an album called, let's see if y'all know this. Yeah. Well, let's see. Beanie may know. He gave us an album called Inner Visions. Come on, man.
Got me on that one.
I expect more from you, Beanie. He gave us an album called Songs in the Key of Life.
Alicia Keys. Oh, you say
Whoa.
No, that's A minor.
Whoa.
A minor.
A minor.
A minor. My bad.
Oh my God. Beanie, he gave us an album called Songs in the Key of Life.
Stevie Wonder.
Jesus,
That's
man.
what I was thinking.
Oh,
God.
please.
Who was
That's
it?
who I was
It
thinking.
Stevie, right? But I didn't
Stevie
know
Wonder.
that first. I didn't know the first one.
Inner
for real.
Vision. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Coming in at number 5. She hits those high notes.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
All
you had to do is say Nick first, baby mama.
I'm crying.
I could have said that. This guy coming in at number 4. He didn't want nobody to step on his blue suede shoes.
Elvis.
Yeah, that was
Elvis.
This person surprised me.
Who?
He's from London. And
from London?
Yes, he's from London, and he wore colored glasses. He's still alive.
Sam.
No, that's how you know you're young. You're about to say Sam Smith?
Yeah.
No, but he's the original Sam Smith. Elton John.
Elton John. That's how I was
when you said glasses, I was like, okay.
Number 2. Yeah, I see her definitely on this list. I'm not surprised she's number 2. They call her the Queen of Pop, but we all know Janet is really the Queen of Pop, but they call her the Queen of Pop. Madonna. And number 1 is a group also from London, and y'all got to know them.
Duran. No, I'm just
no.
For real?
No, Duran from London.
I was kidding. I just
one of the biggest groups.
The Beatles.
Ever.
The Beatles.
The Beatles. Yes. So again, guys, this people may have different opinions, but when you talk about billboards, it's like numbers don't lie.
It's only numbers.
It's numbers. So
and I don't see how Janet is.
That was a good guess.
Spice Girls.
Who said Spice Girl? Spice Girl?
Him.
I'm mad that y'all don't know Inner Visions. Y'all all need to go do some Stevie Wonder homework and listen to these albums.
Okay, we will. We'll report back. We'll report back next week.
Well, you know that I'm not, so I'm not even going to tell you.
Yeah, I'm not doing. I got a whole business to run. I'm not doing.
You can listen to like who don't got a business to run, Jinx?
I mean, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm not about to do no homework.
I ain't saying homework.
You just said homework.
Well, I think what he meant was you could just put it on in the background while you clean up on Saturday morning or something.
Oh, Coco, now you want to be my interpreter?
Oh, Jinx, you're not doing that.
You know what?
Coco,
especially Beanie.
Do you want to start
is the
tonight or not?
statesman here.
Do y'all want to start or not?
Elder statesman, he just called you old.
Is that where we going?
Wait,
he called you old.
Did you just do that? Okay.
I can't do it.
All righty then.
Leave. I just want to say, Beanie, thank you for joining us tonight on Root Access Live.
I had fun.
It's a pleasure having you here.
Like at night?
You gotta come.
And I was about to say, you came on looking very handsome tonight.
You are such a troll into me, but
you
it's
came
unreal.
on.
You are such a troll.
Elder.
Oh, I can't stand
you came on and you look very handsome.
Yeah, well, all of us can't be as fine as you are. Said by a half-blind woman, but it's okay. Who needed Coke bottom glasses, but she called you fine, and that's all that matters.
She wasn't lying. That lady was not lying.
I appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you, Jinx. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it.
Had a good time.
I look a little different at night.
What?
Yeah, a far cry from the morning. Let me tell you.
Good
God. It's called mascara and lipstick with color.
Okay.
All right. You look great. You look great.
It's colorful chapstick.
Well, we totally appreciate that, Beanie. And we definitely appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us. Hopefully you can come back another time and visit us.
Beanie's coming back. She's coming back, guys.
Coming back.
Great. Wait, what? Was that a song?
No.
I'm crying. Y'all, we appreciate y'all coming in tonight. It's been another great show. Decent vibes. Always good conversation. Great topics. Appreciate you, Beanie, for hanging out with us tonight. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. We will catch y'all next Thursday at 7 p.m. What?
You did? Are you doing some walking?
You sat up. You held your neck up.
You doing some walking? See y'all.